Wow. Episode 500, guys. That is incredible. And that went so fast. I remember the first day sitting down in the park doing episode number 1 where I was talking about me, what I had planned, what I do, who I am, all of that. I remember sitting on a log in a park in Melbourne. G'day, guys. Welcome to the very first Aussie English podcast. My name's Peter Smithson. I'm a 28-year-old PhD student from Melbourne. Anyway, that is zoomed by. Today I have a very special episode for you guys. I am looking so forward to showing you Kel, chatting with her a bit about how we met, and then showing you some of the members in the Aussie English classroom and their English, okay, where they're from, why they're learning English. So stick around for that, and at the very end, there is a special deal if you would like to sign up to the Aussie English classroom for 2 months for a special price, but you're gonna have to stick around if you want to hear about that. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Why are we here, Kel?
I don't know. You made me come.
She was sleeping and I was like, come, make a video with me. All right, guys, so I wanted to do this for episode 500, and I'm glad that I can have Kel here. And I guess first and foremost, I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys because, you know, you've been hanging with it. You've been listening to the podcast. You've been on YouTube, Instagram, all of that stuff, supporting the podcast in the classroom, everything related to Aussie English, enough that I can keep going for the last 2.5, 3 years now.
Yeah.
Been battling it out. And it even got me this one, right? Aussie English got me this one. So you want to tell them that story? We might as well share that. It's a special episode.
Yeah, we can.
So we'll tell you some stuff about us, some news about us, and then I have a bunch of videos that I got from Aussie English classroom members. I asked them to specifically put together a video answering a few questions about who they are, where they're from, why they're learning English. And I just wanted you guys to see that, you know, there are lots and lots of people listening to the podcast probably experiencing the same problems as you, having the same worries as you. And so, yeah, that'll be at the end. But first, Kel, how did we meet? She hunted me down.
No, I did not.
She was chasing me down.
No.
That's it. She was on Instagram. She saw that. She was like, I like this guy. I want this guy. This is my husband.
No, I was studying English and I found your podcast.
You did.
It was really random. Like one night I was like, oh, I can't sleep. So, you know, let's skip studying. And I found Aussie English podcast. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. And, you know, he mentioned that he had a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, you'll check it out tomorrow.
And that I was single.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that. So next day I was on YouTube and I found his channel. I just like just left a comment like, what you do is really nice. I like your job. You know, just being friendly, and I wasn't expecting him to reply to me because, you know, those famous people online, they never talk to them.
Jeez,
So
what is this famous?
So I was just like, oh,
I'm not Johnny
whatever.
Depp yet.
I'm glad you're not.
Yeah.
So he replied to me and he was really friendly, saying, oh, where you from and things like that. So we got talking, and
I found out you were from Brazil, and obviously I was learning Portuguese, at least to a limited extent back then, and it's one of those things, you know, you're a single male and you are learning Portuguese, and so you've got to give yourself, at the time, I was like, you know, meet as many women as you can, wherever, don't, you know, assume anything. You're not going to find the one if you don't go out of your way to constantly meet people.
So you were telling that, help me learn
Well, I
Portuguese
said
to a lot of Brazilians.
That's it. No, but I saw that and was like, okay, if you want to, you know, chat a bit about learning Portuguese and learning English, like, just talk to me on Instagram. And I sent that to her thinking, she's not going to add me on Instagram or talk to me. She'll be like, oh, this guy's a weirdo. But you sent me a message and we just clicked really well, I guess, pretty quickly. I don't know, she has a pretty wicked sense of humor. You probably don't get to see it on the videos too much, and you probably don't get to see too much of my sense of humor. Oh, well, a little bit, but it's tame. It's very tame, guys. I have a bad sense of humor. So
yeah, I remember when I replied to you on Instagram, just like,
Yeah.
no, the first time, like, I tried to start the conversation. I was just like, hey, how you doing? He didn't really seem interested. He was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, oh,
I was
nice.
probably there like, don't seem too interested. Don't seem too interested.
So I was like, oh, whatever. And then the next time he replied to me, he was talking about a fish. I was just so confused. It was like, I don't remember what you're saying. It was about a fish. And I'm like, I really need to improve my English because this guy is talking.
The Brazilian fish, right? There's a little fish in Brazil that if you go into the river and you urinate, it can swim up your penis or into your vagina. And I was like, have you heard about that? That's crazy.
I'm like, oh, wow. And so yeah, we just, became friends. Yeah,
and you happened to be coming to Melbourne. You ended up coming down to Melbourne. We got along, and the rest is history, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And so, I know, crazy things. These are all the things that Aussie English has given me, right? I've got a whole bunch of students who are about to show you videos. I met Kel. We are now in, I don't know, what is it? 3 weeks from now, we're getting married.
Weeks, yeah.
The rings arrived, and we were more worried about these and thought we would just put them on because they are expensive, guys. Kel walked into the shop and was like, give me the cheapest ones you've got.
Literally.
And she's pretty much like, $1,500.
I think she wanted to show us the ones with rocks and stuff, like, and I'm like, just don't even go there.
We're not interested in putting a lot of money into this tiny little thing. It's more what it means than what it is, I guess. But yeah, so that's crazy looking back on it, for me at least. It's like, what? We're getting married after a year and a bit. And Kel has other news as well that I've been trying to bite my tongue and not say anything.
What's that?
What news is it, Kel? What is it? It's about the size of a blueberry at the moment.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Kel's pregnant, guys. Kel's pregnant.
You can't see it.
Yeah, so
it's actually really, no, it's joking.
yeah, Kel's got a little belly. I'll bring it forward a bit. You can. Nah, she's got nothing. It's 100% small, normal at the moment.
It's 100% food right now, but
so you're only about 7 weeks pregnant. 7 weeks pregnant, Kel. See that blows my mind. I keep having these moments where I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna be a dad in June.
And it makes me worried because sometimes he's looking at the ring like.
That's just because I'm getting used to it. It's not because I'm thinking about it.
Are you
I'm not
sure
second guessing it. I'm like, where's the bin?
He's like.
No. But yeah, so that's crazy. That's what Aussie English has brought me, guys. You guys, obviously Kel, have completely changed my life. The baby is going to change my life. It's just crazy where you end up, Like 3 years ago, I was studying my PhD, wanting to become a scientist, and I graduated that and just haven't touched it since, and have been doing this full time. We've gone to Canberra. Kel had a job there. We've come back from Canberra. We've had a number of adventures.
In Canberra, like just made so many enemies and
friends.
Yeah, a bunch of friends, but. Yeah, it has been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster, exactly, but it's been well worth it. Anyway, guys, hopefully we'll tell you more about marriage and pregnancy in the near future, and I'm glad that Kel's on the videos and interested in being involved a bit more now, so that'll be really fun. But yeah, big thank you so much, guys. And we just hit 10,000 people on Instagram. How crazy is that? Kel's been on Instagram posting things for me as well, getting involved. It's all her. She got us over 10,000.
It's your dance.
It's my dance. Anyway, I'm going to try and keep it up, guys. I'm going to keep trying to improve, keep trying to deliver good English resources to you. And yeah, I guess I will see you soon and leave you now with all the videos from, I don't know how many people, hopefully more than 15 or so. So I don't know how long this is going to be. People are still sending me videos, but we'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next 500 episodes. See you guys.
Bye.
Good day, guys. How are you going? My name is Promesor. You can call me Promise. I've been learning English for a few years, and I moved to the Aussie English classroom on 25th of July of this year, 2018. So I think it's been approximately 3 months. Okay, guys? One of the main reasons of learning English, and particularly Aussie English, is to enhance my listening comprehension, my pronunciation, word stress, intonation, all from the scratch. I think speaking well allows me to make a bunch of friends from all over the world. Okay, it will uplift my career, as I always wanted to work in a very good, reputed organization as a customer service officer. So thanks a lot, Pete. All the credit goes to you. This is a wonderful platform that you've been providing to us. All right? So have a great day. See ya.
Good day, guys. This is Mona, and I want to talk about what Pete suggested. Okay, now I am from Egypt. I'm old. I've been learning English for quite some time, but the way I learned English is just in writing. I write. My writing is not that bad. It's okay. But I just found out that I just have an issue with the vocab and the pronunciation. So actually, Pete, thank you very much, Pete. Really, I learned a lot. I mean, vocab and culture, and there are things that I wouldn't know about. I mean, so thank you very much, and I really enjoy being with you guys. I mean, in the Facebook, and thank you. Okay, bye.
G'day, Pete. How's it going down there? My name is Dua. I'm a mechanical engineer from Jordan. I've been studying English since I was 5. It's a mandatory language to be learned here in Jordan. In addition to that, it's the official communication language for engineers, and I deal with many foreign engineers from many nationalities. I enjoy your posts and I enjoy the expressions you always come up with, especially the information you keep giving us about the culture in Australia and other things. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Emma and I'm from China. I started to learn English since junior high, which is like 20 years ago. 2 years ago, I came to Australia to do my PhD. At that time, I find the Aussie English podcast. So I really love it. So I started to learn Australian English from Peter. For me, English is really important for my academia career. I wanted to present or communicate well with my colleagues or peers at daily life or in any conferences. And besides that, I really enjoy living in Melbourne. So I wanted to make more friends from different culture backgrounds. And English can help me to do all these things.
Hello everyone, this is Hetal here. I'm from India and I've been learning English for last 5 to 6 months, and it is an amazing experience to be with the Aussie English classroom and having amazing videos and podcasts every time. And my dream is to explore the world. Thanks very much for watching this video.
Hi everyone, how are you going? This is Thomas D. I grew up in a small city in the northeast of China. I lived in Beijing for 10 years before I moved to Perth 4 years ago with my wife. We really enjoy the life here, and I joined the Aussie English classroom, I think in May this year. I really benefit a lot from the class because I've learned so much expressions, vocabularies, and a lot of things. So sometimes, after I learned a phrasal verb or a expression, the next day I can hear someone using it in the office. So, I'm so excited. So in terms of the purpose of learning English, originally, so I learned it, you have no choice because you need to get good marks in the school. And so you can get into a good university, in China. So, but it's mainly just for the exam itself. But after I moved to Australia, I realized it's all about the communication. So you need to use English. You may make mistakes, but there's just so much to experience. So in the Aussie English classroom, I found everyone is brave, and we helped each other. We shared our experience, which is quite helpful to each member. So someone says English is a tool, but for me, I think it's more than that. It's a window, so you can see the world through it. You can communicate with almost everyone in the world, even someone English is not their native language. So for the 500 episode, so I would say thank you, Pete, and all the best with the Aussie English classroom. See you later. Cheers.
Hi guys, hi Pete. I'm Pasquale from Italy. I'm 45 years old and I have been learning English for more or less 3 years. I am the moderator of Kangaroo English official with Christian Sanders, and I'm so glad to be part of this amazing group with you, Pete, which is the Aussie English. English is changing my life completely. I love this amazing language, and it helps me a lot. Okay? Bye for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Bye.
Hi, how are you? This is Daniel Zhang and I'm from South Korea. I have been learning English for around 10 years though, but I still feel I need to improve my English. Maybe because I couldn't find a way to improve my English effectively. But luckily, I found Pete and have been picking up fair income Aussie English and learning Australian culture as well. Well, obviously, I'm really enjoying them. Speaking English for me is like communicating with bigger world, so I can communicate with more people and feel and learn much more things. Well, anyway, I really appreciate for Pete to make this kind of chance for us. Thank you.
Hey guys, this video is for answering Pete questions. I'm Man and I'm from Hong Kong. I'm just joined Aussie English for 3 months around. Why I need to learn English? Because English is international language. If I know more about English, I can go travel around the different world. I can communicate with other people and I can meet different people in the world. What will speaking English will allow you to do? If I had a good English, fluent English, I can easily find a better job, and I can start a master program, or maybe I can move back to Australia. I love Australia. A few years ago, I have been Australia before, but I really love Australia culture and the food and people. I love that. Yes, hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy Aussie English. Thank you.
Hi guys, how it's going? My name is Shinichi. I'm from Japan. I've been learning Australian English nearly for 4 years. I'd love to leave this country because I love this country, Australia. It's pretty good, isn't it? I'd love also to communicate with people all over the world. That's why I've been learning English. Cheers!
My name is Fatima. I'm from Malaysia. I joined Aussie English around 10 months, almost a year I think. And I love learning many languages. One of them is English, and I find this interesting online classroom, which is Aussie English classroom, and I learn a lot from this. And basically, with language, you can expand your knowledge. You can learn many things. You can communicate with many people, and that's it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Vivian. I'm from Hong Kong. I've also lived in Singapore for more than 10 years. Currently, I live in Melbourne. I have been learning English since I was 9 until now, more than 40 years. Why I learned English? First of all, I like English very much. Secondly, I know English is the tool to connect to the rest of the world. It broadens my horizon to whatever knowledge that I'm interested in. Like currently, we are building a studio at my backyard. I've done a lot of researches through the internet. It helps a lot during the whole building process. If I don't know English, I really don't know how I can complete the whole project smoothly and successfully. My aim now is to progress from intermediate level to advanced level. Cheers!
Hi, my name is Fan Jiang, and I'm from China. I started to learn English about 20 years ago when I was a middle school student. And 2 years ago, I started to learn English with the Aussie English podcast. So about 2 months ago, I started to learn English with the Aussie English classroom. The reason why I keep learning English is that English is still the most widely used language all over the world today, and also most papers that represent the frontier of the development of science and technology are written in English. So speaking English better can help me enjoy a more comfortable life in Australia, and also help my career development in Australia, because currently I'm working and living in Australia. So join the Aussie English classroom. This is the most efficient way to improve our English. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aykan and I'm from Baku, Azerbaijan. I've been taught English by my aunt, and this was happened roughly in 1996 when I was at first form. But after graduating from the university in 2011, I have a huge break in my English lessons. So that's a period when I forgot a lot of things which I've learned before. But last year I've decided to become an Aussie English classroom member, and there are two causes why I decided to do it. The first thing is that I want to migrate to Australia, and I want to learn Australian English and improve my common English as well. And I need to pass PT academic exam, and Aussie English classroom helped me in it a lot. So the second cause why I became a member of the Aussie English classroom is that I just like this language and I want to live in an English spoken country. So the Aussie English classroom is the best way where you can improve your English. That's all for me. Sorry for my voice. I am under the weather and wish you good luck.
Hello everybody. Hello Pete. Hello Kel. Hi guys. I hope you are all doing well. My name is Rocio. Most of you already know me. I'm from Venezuela in South America. And first of all, I want to congratulate Pete on reaching 500 episodes. And just say that you are amazing, mate. I'm really enjoying Aussie English, and I wish you all the best in the future. So I guess I started learning English when I was in high school. But honestly, I learned English in a really basic level. I remember that I was even able to, do well in tests in the way like fill in the blanks or first conditional, second conditional. I just learned how the pattern works, and I was able to fill in the blanks and do well in my test without even knowing any of the words in the sentences. So that's how bad I was in high school and even at uni. So then many years down the track, I was working for IBM in Venezuela. And I missed a great opportunity to get a promotion because I wasn't able to speak English. And I felt very sad, but I thought it was very late for me to start learning a new language. A few years passed by, and I was in a different company. I was at Citibank, and one day I realized that, I got a promotion as well, and I was in a situation where I needed to speak English because I had a lot of stakeholders that I needed to liaise with. So I was able to communicate with them by email, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't doing a very good job because I needed to speak to them and, speak about things and get people engaged and things like that. So there was one day that I just decided, oh, that's it. I need to get better in English. And I talked to my boss, and we decided that I was able to take a long leave, and I went to United States and I did an immersion course in there. So I went to Chicago for 12 weeks, 3 months, and I went there and I loved it. I think that was the point when I started really loving and really liking English. I felt so good because I was alone, and I didn't speak Spanish for 3 months, so I was so happy. I was able to communicate. I was able to get things done, buy things in the supermarket and get around the city by myself. So I felt that that was a reality. I was able to speak English. So I went back to Venezuela after those 3 months, and we had a bad political and economical situation in there. So my husband and we decided to come to Australia, mainly because I wanted to do my master's, because I wanted to upgrade my skills. So we came to Australia, hoping that the situation in Venezuela got better in those 2 years that I was doing my master's. And my husband was able to work full-time, and I was able to work part-time as well. So that was a great benefit. So, I did my master's, and then the situation there back in Venezuela didn't improve a little bit. So we decided just to stay here. And that's why I'm still here. I discovered Aussie English a bit over a year now. And when I saw how Pete was able to explain things and to give us tips about Aussie culture, about how people say these things or how people really think, I really love it. It was mind-blowing for me because that was what I really was looking for, because I learned English in an American way, let's say. So I was always in doubt if this expression or this word is actually used in Australia or not, or is this English, American English, or is this British English? So Pete has been able to reassure for me that how things are in Australia, and that's the part that I really love the most about Aussie English. Apart from that, I have learned tons of new expressions and new vocabulary, and most of all, I have had a lot of fun doing this. So I think the last question was about what will I be able to do if I had a better English. And I think in my case, because I'm already here in Australia and I'm already working in a company full-time, for me, if I'm able to speak more fluent English and better English, I will be able to reach higher positions in the company, and I will also engage a lot of more in conversations and make decision-making situations. So that's my journey with English. Pete, please keep doing this, because this is really awesome. You are the only Aussie guy out there who is teaching English in this level that you are doing it. So please keep doing, and I just can't wait to see how you have prepared for us for the next 500 more episodes, I guess. So thanks so much, Pete, and peace out. Bye.
Hello, Marty. My name is Patrick. I am a French Brazilian since 1974. living in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. The name of the state is Minas Gerais. It means mining and agriculture around mining areas. I learned American English for research activities. And now, since a month ago, Aussie English for a new project regarding common goods management and Aborigines point of view, culture, relevance for social management of mining in the future.
Hi there, my name is Paula, I'm from Colombia, and I've been learning English with the Aussie English classroom for around 7 months. I'm learning English because this is a significantly important requirement in my country if you want to get a better job. But I'm also learning because I really enjoy traveling, so I think that English is useful when you want to get to know about many different people and cultures. That's it. Bye.
All right, that was amazing, guys. That was absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of you guys. I hadn't actually watched any of those videos until I had gotten around to editing it, which I am currently doing. And so I've just gone through, I've just edited everything. I'm making this outro, but yeah, I want to say that I am really impressed with you guys, and to see you guys improve, working so hard every week in the Aussie English classroom, as well as all those others that are listening to the podcast, that are commenting on YouTube, that are engaging with the material and working really hard. It is not easy, guys. It is not easy. And yeah, just know that I'm really impressed, and I'm really proud of each and every one of you. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you who's watching right now. Thank you very much. I want to let you know that if you would like to support the podcast, you can go to my Patreon page, and you can also make donations via PayPal if you want to do one-off donations. The links will be in the transcript, or they'll be below on this video on YouTube. If you would like the transcripts for the podcast as well as the MP3s, and you want to support the podcast, you can go to the Aussie English Podcast.com. You can sign up there, and for the price of a coffee per month, you will get access to all of the transcripts, all of the MP3s for every episode, okay? And then on top of that, if you're interested in signing up to the Aussie English Classroom, where I put up weekly courses designed to help you improve your listening, your speaking, your writing, and your reading in English, but with strong emphasis on speaking, and primarily on Australian English, then go to theaussieenglishclassroom.com, and I've got a special deal for you guys to celebrate this episode. For the next week, whenever this video is uploaded, for the 7 days after that, you can use the coupon code episode 500 to get 2 months for the price of half a usual month, okay? So instead of the first 2 months being about $40, you'll get 2 months for $20, okay? So use the coupon episode 500, that is EPISODE 500, a single word, episode 500. Go to theaussieenglishclassroom.com, use that coupon, and you'll get 2 months for $20. That is like $2.50 a week, guys. That's half a coffee a week. To get in there, use all the materials, get into the Aussie English Classroom Facebook group, meet the guys that you have just seen in this video or heard in this episode, and practice your English with them and with me. So I'm looking so forward to the future of Aussie English, and to hopefully seeing you in the Aussie English Classroom, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'll see you soon. Peace out.